This is Late Edition News at 10 with Ann Gownley. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis. And meteorologist Joe Garbace.
Police in Hazleton have obtained video of the man they believe walked into two businesses pretending to inspect fire extinguishers on behalf of the Hazleton Fire Department, and tonight it's our top story. Good evening, this is WYLN's Late Edition, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast for Friday, November 21st, 2014. I'm Ann Gownley. For the past few days, the Hazleton City Fire Department was warning business owners of a scam. Today, Hazleton Mayor Joe Iannuzzi released a video to the media of the man police say is posing as an inspector for the fire department. According to Deputy Fire Chief Brian Mandak, the department received a phone call from two business owners that a male came into the business asking to do service on behalf of the fire department.
We were informed at the Hazleton City Fire Department that there was a gentleman who had patronized two businesses in Hazleton. He went there, he identified himself, apparently he had a badge, some sort of a badge and some sort of a name tag, identified himself that he's with the Hazleton City Fire Department, and he was there to service the Ansel system on the hoods and the fire extinguishers. At the one establishment, he did take the two extinguishers out of the building and apparently took them to his van to service them, and then was trying to bill them for it. And the owner of the building arrived back from making a delivery, sort of asked him for identification, and he went away. He disappeared.
According to Mandak, the fire department does business inspections and does not charge because it is part of their job and a city code. We
do not charge for servicing, nor do we service extinguishers. That's left up to the companies that do that. We do not recommend one company over the other. You're free to hire whoever you wish to have service your hoods and extinguisher system. We inspect to make sure that it's done. Again, at this time, it's somebody who's identifying themselves as the Hazleton Fire Department. They are not. And the Hazleton Fire Department does not charge or maintain any extinguishers for anybody.
Now, the fire department does make appointments for inspections days in advance. If you recognize this man or have any other information on this incident, you are asked to contact the Hazleton Police Department immediately at 570-459-4940. It was an early morning for firefighters in one part of Schuylkill County. A fire ripped through a bar and apartments in Frackville. These pictures are courtesy of Fire and Film. Firefighters were called to Amber Dean's Food and Beverage on North Lehigh Avenue this morning around 6:45. When crews arrived on location, they found heavy smoke coming from the building. The first floor of the building was home to the bar and restaurant. The building sustained extensive damage, while apartments on the second and third floors were also damaged. There was some smoke damage to two adjoining buildings, the Frackville Public Library and the Compact Sweeper Company. So far, no cause has been listed for the blaze and no injuries were reported. Firefighters from Frackville, Shenandoah, Englewood, Altamont, and Monterey City battled the fire. Route 924 through Frackville was closed for a good portion of the morning. Four alleged drug dealers are behind bars after a raid at a Hunlock Creek home on Wednesday. State drug agents and Nanticoke police arrested 27-year-old Carissa Beck, 50-year-old Barry Blazik, and 48-year-old Paul Blazik and 47-year-old Kevin Vernovich. Authorities executed a search warrant at 17 Lewis Road and seized a number of items consistent with meth manufacturing. All four face felony drug-related charges, including possession of and conspiracy to manufacture or deliver controlled substances. They were arraigned before Magisterial District Judge Michael Dotzel and taken to the Luzerne County Prison in lieu of bail. Preliminary hearings are scheduled for December 3rd. Hanover Township Police arrested two people from New York on drug offenses after a traffic stop. In the car were 40-year-old Tyrone Green of New York City and 26-year-old Jennifer Manley of Laurelton. Police say they found marijuana and a stolen handgun inside the car after pulling it over on Knox Street. Green was charged with illegal possession of a firearm, receiving stolen property, firearms not to be carried without a license, and possession of a small amount of marijuana. Manley was charged with 2 vehicle offenses and a small amount of marijuana. Both were arraigned by District Judge James Tupper in Kingston Township, and both are behind bars for lack of $30,000 and $5,000 respectively. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Hazleton. That's because the Christmas tree is up in front of City Hall. Today we spoke with Mayor Joe Iannuzzi about the annual Christmas tree lighting that will be held on Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m.
So starting with Broad Street and their lights, and now we did Memorial Park and did some trees up there with the lights, and now the tree is in place and they're putting the lights on soon, so we'll be ready for the November 30th coming of Santa Claus and the lighting of the tree, and we should have a pretty good turnout if the weather permits. But it's a good time. I love this time of the year.
Iannuzzi said the entire city looks great with the lights in Columbus Park and the ones that the DPW crews are placing on the city street poles.
I love this time of the year because every time I've seen people walk downtown just keep walking, but now it's like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. They have these nice greetings and people's in that spirit. And when we decided to do Memorial Park, I hadn't seen it, and I drove up and I saw it, and I got such a good feeling. It was like this sort of adds something to the atmosphere of Hazleton, that this place is celebrating something, and I just love the time of year where there's lights and parties and cheer and everything else.
Again, Mayor Iannuzzi and Santa will light the Christmas tree at City Hall on Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m., and everyone is invited to attend. This year's annual Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade and Tree Lighting Ceremony is this Saturday, November 22nd. WYLN will broadcast the parade live with the assistance of Service Electric TV and Communications of Wilkes-Barre. Our live coverage starts at 3 p.m., so make sure you join Gary Perna and Kristen Bazinski for all the fun. This year, Eric DeBaradinas and Gabriella Justin will be on the street talking with parade goers.
Saturday is a very exciting day in the city of Wilkes-Barre as we welcome a very special guest to our city and the greater Wyoming Valley. It's a big day for the children and parents and grandparents who come down for our annual Christmas parade. It starts off early in the day with events at Barnes & Noble at the Kirby Center, and then it ends with the tree lighting ceremony on Public Square.
Due to the parade, the city is advising drivers of road closures during the event. South Main Street from Public Square to Ross Streets will be closed from 1:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also during that time frame, the following streets that are up on your screen now will also be closed. No parking notices will also be posted along the parade route. Vehicles parked in those areas will be ticketed and towed beginning at 1 p.m. If you're not sure what to get loved ones this holiday season, make sure to tune in to WYLN next Friday to check out all the great gifts available right here in our area. Beginning at 1 o'clock on Friday, November 28th, WYLN will be live at the Laurel Mall. It's called Sidewalk Shopping at the Laurel Mall, and it will be hosted by Liz Tolan and Bill Washko. Throughout the broadcast, Liz and Bill will be speaking with representatives from different stores throughout the mall, talking with them about holiday gift ideas inside their stores that are available for purchase. Also, there will be interviews with other business owners throughout our viewing area, providing you with information on what they are offering this holiday season. So make sure you tune in next Friday, November 28th, right here on WYLN, beginning at 1 o'clock for some great gift ideas this holiday season. Residents in upstate New York are recovering from another pounding of lake effect snow. In Lancaster, New York, the latest accumulation total was 74 inches, and now several communities are preparing for another upcoming snowstorm. Cities and towns near Buffalo, New York now have something besides snow to worry about: sagging roofs and the threat of flooding when it all finally melts. As of Friday, the death toll from this epic snowstorm rose to 13. 2 elderly residents of a nursing home died during an evacuation when the roof began to buckle. At least 30 building collapses were reported, mostly farm buildings, and authorities say more problems are expected with additional snow headed their way. Hundreds of abandoned cars and trucks were finally cleared from the New York Thruway. Some places saw new accumulations this morning. The total snowfall this week in Wales Center, New York was the highest at 7 feet 1 inch. Coming up, our Gary Perna has details on where you may now find the mayor of Hazleton inside City Hall and the reason for the move. Also tonight, Gabriella Justin is in for our Eric DeBaradinas with details on tonight's state playoff matchup with Crestwood and Bethlehem Catholic. But first, let's head outside to the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik. Joe, a fun weather fact for you. On Tuesday, a portion of each state across the nation at some point was below freezing. Can we expect those types of temperatures again this weekend, or will we see a warm-up?
Well, here's another interesting fact for you. I got one back for you. This entire week, on average, the entire nation was below average with the exception of Hawaii and Alaska. So some cold air continues to be in place across all of our area, but there's a nice warm-up in store for our area as we go into this weekend. But let's take a look at some of the statistics up in the Wyoming Valley area for those watching on Service Electric Wilkes-Barre, getting set for that big parade tomorrow. Well, you got temperatures right now in the 20s to near 30 degrees, a little bit of a wind out there, so it's actually making it feel colder than what the actual air temperature indicates. So what's it going to be like for tomorrow's parade, and how about that nice warm-up in store for our area? Just how warm is it going to get? I'll let you know at the 7-day forecast coming up after the break.
The annual Sounds of the Season concert will be held December 6th at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, the Hazleton Philharmonic Big Band Sound, the Freeland Community Choir directed by Jackie Wetzel, and soprano soloist Sarah Gardner. Doors open at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for children. Sounds of the Season, Ring in the Holidays is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. For chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and trophy trout fishermen, which is why we've built our new Discoverer AT3 for all traction, all terrain, all the time performance. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health, we make you better together.
I'm good. Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
Okay. I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
Alrighty, well, you know what? It's been very chilly across our area over the last couple of days. We're going to see a little bit of a warm-up in store for our area as we head into this upcoming weekend. By the second part of the weekend, and as we head into early next week, I think it's something we all can look forward to because temperatures have continued to remain below where we should be for this time of year, feeling more January-like, even February-like across our area. But now as we go into the second part of the weekend and early next week, almost like a taste of spring, if you will. It's going to feel pretty good out there. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Danville, out in Williamsport. Nothing. It is quiet, and it'll stay quiet through tonight. Just maybe a few flakes around, a few flurries, maybe a few flurries around for tomorrow. That's about it. 21 degrees, our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, and it's feeling like it's about 16 degrees. Our Coordinated Health Almanac page for today, 31 and 14 is split in temperatures right here on the hill by the Coryell Stadium, located at 1,900 feet. 47 and 32 are the averages for this time of year, so you can see we continue to be below where we should be for this time of year. Notice these low temperatures, teens and lower 20s, daytime highs. Well, struggling to make it to the freezing point. Some areas did get slightly above it, but that's about it. 28 now in New Angola, 29 in Berwick, 29 in Bloomsburg, and also 29 degrees in Danville. Satellite and radar. All is quiet across the northeast, and we'll stay quiet as we head through the overnight hours. Heading into tomorrow, not looking too bad. We'll stay quiet, maybe a few flurries around. And then as we start going into our Sunday, we have to deal with a shower, a couple of sprinkles around, and then later in the day, Sunday, specifically Sunday night into Monday, that is when the next system is going to come into our area, and that's going to give us some precipitation across our area. But it's going to be rain because temperatures will be above freezing across our area as we go into Sunday and as we go into Monday. And before all is said and done, temperatures will be near 60, if not in the lower 60s. Here's a look at the extended forecast. 33 for tomorrow. A chilly one out there. Maybe a shower for Sunday, and then some rain moves in later Sunday night into the first part of Monday, 57. And then as we go into Tuesday, 42, 35. A trio of 35s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But it looks like at this point it should be quiet, dry, and no storms to talk about as we go into Thanksgiving Eve and Thanksgiving Day. We'll have more for you coming up after the break.
Happy holidays, Rita.
Thanks, Joe.
What a great gift. Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new $1 million peppermint payout. Happy holidays.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research.
Students are scoring internships
All over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1 by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
In the world.
It's your time.
Penn State.
Penn State lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Christmas is closer than you think. And on Saturday, November 22nd, you can see the fabulous Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade live right here on WYLN TV 35. The parade coverage starts at 3 p.m. and will be hosted by some of WYLN's on-air personalities, featuring several Wilkes-Barre officials and, of course, Santa's arrival. It's Northeastern Pennsylvania's biggest Christmas parade, and you can see it live Saturday, November 22nd on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to Late Edition. Making room in Hazleton City Hall means that some offices will be moved, including the mayor's. Our Gary Perna got a look at the work being done on the second floor of City Hall tonight.
If you walk into City Hall in Hazleton and you would like to see the mayor, you will now have to use a different door. That's because the mayor's office entrance is now around the corner.
The office that Allison had, my secretary, was the transit office. They moved to their building, so they put her in there. It's a huge office, long. And this office right next to me was my conference room, and we'd have our staff meetings, and people would come in, a bunch of people, we'd sit at the conference table. So now I'm going to hire a full-time attorney in-house. So to do that, I need a place for him, and we've felt the best thing to do was to divide that room in half. But doing that, we blocked off Allison, gave him an office. So I took Allison out of there, put her back in the old spot between me and the conference room. We moved that into the other room and made it a conference room. So we have the attorney, the conference room. He has an entrance into it. And then we have Allison, she has an entrance into it. And I'm over here.
The old entrance will be used for the new city solicitor. In the 2015 budget, Mayor Joe Iannuzzi is bringing in a solicitor full-time to work in City Hall. According to the mayor, most of the work was done by employees of the city from the Public Works Department.
The employees did everything, the electrical, the carpentry, they did it all, and me and Frank moved the furniture. So we did it on a shoestring budget, and it didn't cost an awful lot. We had some money for the lumber, and we utilized the city highway workers, and they do a nice job. They did a lot of work here. They set up Frank's office, and they painted all the offices. They did this, I'm talking about the highway workers. They did all the detectives upstairs when we moved the police upstairs. So it's been a big advantage for us, and they're well qualified.
This is all part of Iannuzzi's plan to mainstream city operations, moving all the offices to the first floor to pay bills, like the code department, health, parking, and permits. That way everyone just has to go to the first floor and don't have to wander around City Hall. Now, with adding the solicitor, the city will not have to contract out, and they will have somebody in City Hall every day giving legal advice to the mayor and the administration. In Hazleton, for WILN's Late Edition, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, Gabriella Justin is in with sports here on Late Edition with a look at tonight's football playoff matchup. Stay tuned, more Late Edition is coming up after the break.
Victoria's Candies, giving quality without compromise since 1934. Now at the 22nd Street Plaza with easy access and plenty of parking. Stop in our newest location where you'll find nostalgic candy and old-fashioned hard candies from your fondest memories. Remember, at Victoria's Candies, we do local deliveries and ship our chocolates anywhere in the world. Order now and receive free shipping on our beautiful 3-pound and 5-pound assorted chocolates. This year, give the gift of chocolates only from Victoria's Candies. 51 North Laurel Street, the Laurel Mall, and now the 22nd Street Plaza. Victoria's Candies, a holiday tradition since 1934.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Welcome to Sports here on Late Edition. I'm Gabriella Justin, in for Eric DeBerardinas. For the first time ever, the Crestwood Comets have earned the District 2 football title. And for the first time ever, the Comets have a shot at winning the school's first state championship. It all begins tonight as head coach Greg Myers and the Comets compete in their first ever PIAA playoff game against Bethlehem Catholic.
It's undeniable that Crestwood's football team is made up of some hardworking, talented athletes. For starters, senior quarterback Jay Popson is no stranger when it comes to an impressive performance. The 6'2", 205-pound quarterback in the number 12 jersey is one of the only Wyoming Valley Conference players to have as large of a presence on defense as he does on offense. Another talented key Wyoming Valley Conference player with similar qualities happens to be on the Crestwood team as well. He's an athlete who proves to have a dominant presence each and every time he steps onto the field. and anyone who has watched a Crestwood game this season knows the name Frank Eigeldinger. Eigeldinger, a 212-pound senior running back and linebacker, is Crestwood's all-time rushing leader. Without a doubt, the Comet in the number 3 jersey is a big reason Crestwood was able to earn their first district title. He's a strong offensive player who has proven to be a force to be reckoned with on defense as well. Eigeldinger certainly has a bright future ahead of him, and that path continues tonight for him in the Comets. Tonight's playoff opener will kick off at 7 p.m. at J. Bernie Crum Stadium in Allentown against Bethlehem Catholic.
Bethlehem Catholic has one loss on their regular season. A couple Hawks key players to watch for include quarterback Julian Sprigner, who has thrown for 2,131 yards and 26 touchdowns. Leading receiver Freddie Simmons, a Rutgers commit, has hauled in 50 catches for 747 yards and 13 touchdowns. Both defenses have proved to be powerhouses, with each pitching 2 shutouts on the regular season. WILN's Eric DeBaradinas will be at the game tonight, and we will have highlights for you on Monday night's Late Edition. High school basketball season is quickly approaching, and Hazleton area girls basketball coach Joe Gavio filled us in on what makes his team different from the rest.
Every year, every team takes on a different chemistry and stuff, and that'll grow as the season goes on, but they seem like they generally like each other. There's tremendous competition, and sometimes when that happens, you know, they get a little funny. This team, I haven't seen that. Now, it's very, very early in the year, but they've gotten along in the summer. They seem to be good friends, but understand that, you know, you can't play everybody, and it's competition here. I always tell people that life is a bunch of competition. Sports gets you ready for it. But there's a good chemistry here. There's a really good chemistry. Just pick the team. They're there for a reason, because they can play, number one. They're friends, but they know there's competition going on here, and it seems like they're working real hard, and I'm real excited about them.
The Hazleton girls varsity basketball team appears to be enthusiastic for their upcoming season. And of course, we here at WILM wish them the best of luck. Stick around, more Late Edition is coming up next.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Wouldn't it be great if everything in life were fast? Fast, like a cable modem.
Call Service Electric now and get the fastest internet in town. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll also get free installation. Experience the blazing speed of Service Electric high-speed internet service. Your internet will never be the same.
The annual Sounds of the Season concert will be held December 6th at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, the Hazleton Philharmonic Big Band Sound, the Freeland Community Choir directed by Jackie Wetzel, and soprano soloist Sarah Gardner. Doors open at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for children. Sounds of the Season, Ring in the Holidays is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Well, it's going to be a chilly day tomorrow, only in the 30s. That's about it. Then we're up into the 40s as we go into our Sunday, maybe a couple of sprinkles or a shower. And then some widespread rain comes into our area Sunday night, going into the first part of Monday morning. But look at those numbers. In the upper 50s, many areas will be in the lower 60s. But just as quick as we enjoy that, that might be the last we see until maybe next spring, till next year or so. Because after that, we drop into the 40s, and then we drop only into the 30s, about a trio of 35s as we go into the rest of next week.
All right, chilly week. Gabby, just want to welcome you to the news desk up here.
Thank you, Anna. I had a blast.
Good job tonight. I'm sure we'll see much more of Gabby, so thank you. Just a reminder to everyone out there, the Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade, 3 o'clock tomorrow, right here on WILN. That's Saturday, November 22nd. 3 p.m. Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade. You definitely will not want to miss it. Have a good weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.